Hey everybody, I know it's really late for me to be doing this video, but it's been a rough day. Actually, my day started at 2 o'clock this morning. Woke up, needed to take my insulin, didn't have anything to eat in the house, so I was gonna run down to the local grocery store, and I went outside. I looked up at the stars and then was going to get in the car, and all of a sudden I got horribly dizzy. And actually a few hours before that, I guess I should back up a little bit, I had some very bad pinching in these muscles here. And so I put my essential oil mixture on, massaging that in and everything. And the cramping wound up shooting straight down my arm into my hand. Made everything go numb. I had no use. And this is my right side, not the left, but the right. And so I took some ibuprofen, knocked myself out, and that's when I woke up at about 2 in the morning. I didn't make it down there. I had to because I had nothing to eat. So I made it down and back. Just took it slow and easy. Tried to avoid the cops as best I could. Fortunately, I wasn't pulled over. Came home, took my insulins, ate, and tried going back to bed, and that's when the dizzy spells really got bad. To the point where I felt like I was on a never-ending tilt-a-whirl ride, just spinning, 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 and horrible nausea and so forth, especially when I was trying to do anything on my right side, lay down on my right side, turn to my right side, just sitting here, turn. It was just weird how everything was, my right side was basically triggering everything. Little Miss was doing everything she could to try and help keep me going, but even biting my hand and so forth. So, and I was even laying on the floor. I'd seriously considered waking them up, but they were, of course, they were asleep across the hall. But I decided not to. My sugar wound up dropping significantly. I did make it downstairs to get something to help bounce me back. I eventually, by this time, Rick was getting up. And I wasn't getting any sensor readings, so I had to do finger prick. That's when I found out how bad my sugar was dropping, and I went ahead and took care of that. But even with eating something, bouncing back, and actually letting my sugar go high, I just kept running into the same issues. I couldn't get rid of it, and I was trying and trying and trying. And Angie was up. Rick got Angie up, 'cause she's a nurse, and just to help out, and so forth, keep an eye on things and so forth. But then there was, and when I started getting numb right here, I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to go to the hospital, make sure nothing else is going on. So, and she was going to try and drive me. I'm like, no, I'm not going to make it. We need to call an ambulance. So, anyway, I was taken over there, and of course had a barrage test done. Everything came back okay. We were just mostly concerned with possible stroke. Knew there wasn't heart attack, but possible stroke. Especially since it just kept everything was happening on one side, dizziness and so on and so forth. But there was no indicators of anything. I mean, I guess there's one thing that they they said that there's still, a slight chance, but it may not be showing up. But we don't think so. We don't know why it happened. But one thing they definitely recommended is reinitiate that application with the Mayo Clinic. Get that rolling again. And because I know that there was a bit of a waiting list to be able to get into that appointment and everything. So I'm going to have to do that tomorrow. I know I haven't had a shower. I'm just like, ugh, feeling funky. But yeah, she's been sleeping most of the day. Once I got home and everything. I didn't even have my phone with me, to tell you the truth. So that maybe I could let Angie know, or anything. But she came. She brought my phone with her and everything. We don't know why it happened. This is a first, with everything I went through, and so forth. And it was all the muscles here. Yeah, there were storms in the area last night and throughout the day today. It could have been, especially since everything that had happened with the upset last Saturday and then ran right into poor air quality again. And then working as much as I did and so forth, it's possible, everything caught up with me. It's just that dizziness. And then again, with storms in the area today, even though it wasn't bad or what have you, with the pressure, the barometric pressure, it could have wound up affecting things. We don't know. So, yeah, it was a bit scary today. So, I knew I wasn't dying or anything. Nothing like that. It was just a matter of trying to get things taken care of. They did get me up on an IV. Of course, drew some blood, and so forth, but got some fluids into me to help out. Yeah, I've been peeing a lot today because of it. But I needed those. I'm going to say I need those fluids. And they also gave me some ibuprofen and Tylenols. And that knocked me out for a little bit while I was there at the hospital. And definitely helped with this. Has been hurting a little bit this evening on the other side. Not nearly as bad as what I was going through with this side. I just couldn't get a hold of it. I couldn't get control of any of it. And I was trying everything except the only other thing I didn't do, which I didn't think about until I was at the hospital, was laying down on the mat, my acupressure mat and pillow. But I don't think it would have mattered, to be perfectly honest, because the dizziness was just, it was horrible. I I go through dizziness every once in a while, with sugar fluctuations or whatever. This was different. This was so extreme. I couldn't get control of it at all. So it's like, nope. At least I got over there and we were able to get the things stabilized and we were able to rule out other things. But, yeah, I'm going to get that application reinitiated and get myself down there to the Mayo Clinic. And I also have to get in contact with the partnership with the hospital, see about getting financial assistance with that, and with getting these bills paid. So that was basically the main reason why I didn't want to go. But at the same point, I'm like, we need to find out to make sure something else isn't going on. So what I'm thinking I'm going to be doing is we'll go down this road. I seem to be being guided, I guess you could say, with going down this road. And if nothing is able to be, if there's no help that can assist with any of this mess, at least I'd be going someplace that is familiar, that is doing research with long COVID, because that's what we're assuming that is what I've been dealing with for almost 3 years. And heck, I just found out too that they do physical therapy for vertigo. I had no idea that was even in existence. So maybe they might be able to do some sort of physical therapy or something, to help with re-strengthening these muscles. I've been saying that, I was saying it out there even, but it was being discounted constantly, or I couldn't find somebody who specialized in it. So, I don't know. We'd have to see what we can do and everything. I still got the appointment, of course, with with the primary and everything too. So, and by then, of course, my insurance will be kicked in. But if push comes to shove, I'm resolving that if I'm not able to get any help, if nothing does help, then I'll go for disability. So that's kind of that's the decision I made for today, for in the future. We'll go down this road. I think this is going to be my number one priority right now, and just do everything I can to keep my head above water, basically. And then if I can't get any help with any of this, then I'll go for disability. But we'll see. Different doctors, possible different treatments and so forth. Yeah. Because I'm running out of options, basically. So that's where I'm at. I figured I'd come up here and do this video real quick. But yeah, she's pretty much been sleeping most of the afternoon and into the evening. So I did cook myself some food, made it down. I had Angie drive me down to Walmart so I could pick up some things and do some cooking. It was good. I'm happy I did it. So, and have been getting myself some cups of tea too today. It's been good. So, anywho, thought I'd do a quick update. Alright. Love you guys. Talk to y'all soon.